Doc died to the boss. Meanwhile, Edward's been working on Devil's Fury Pinball. Unfortunately, Doc's got to beat the entire stage again to get here. So he's back. About 2 minutes later. We've seen comebacks from less and more. That's not that much time to have lost. It is time to have lost, unfortunately, but you know. Not giving that boss any chance to breathe this time. That gun. Yeah, that's way better. Way better damage. Attach safely to Versus. Okay, he's moving on to pinball as well. Pinball will take a little while. You get 5 million. There are faster ways to get 5 million though. And if you're bad at pinball, it just won't happen. So actually, this might be the hard game. Because I like to think I'm pretty good at pinball. At least we get to enjoy some quality table here. Oh man, right out the gate. I'd probably start all over if I was Doc after that. No safety there. This bonus area that Doc has entered, if he can, oh okay, if he can break the gate down, I'm pretty sure you get 2 million for that, something like that. Maybe you get more and more as it goes on in the game though. It's hard to say in pinball. There's a lot of little bells and whistles that can go off to multiply your score. That bonus is definitely a good place to hang out though. Obviously this is a table where you want to be up top. It's safer and it's worth more, as is every table. And this table you can go on the right side to get shot back up like Doc just did. It's reboosted back up there. You want to go up as far up there as you can. Pinball's always nuts about giving you options for points. There he goes. He's up there now. Get the big boy points. He's actually caught up to Edward, who's on his last ball. He's having some trouble with pinball. Just like that, Doc is 1/5 of the way there. Just like that. This might be Doc's advantage right now. You can keep that kind of points value up. Dropped it down to the second floor. 3-floor table. Past 1 million finally. You get the door back open. Slammed it down. Well, unfortunately, looking for more than 1 million per ball to actually succeed here. You're looking for a little bit more than that. Closer to 2 than 1, honestly. Oh man, he's getting trapped down there again. Just shut down by the table. You hate to see that happen when you have a decent first shot. But you can get all your points in one shot at this, for sure. Not this time, though. He's in first place. But it's not good enough to win it. Gotta restart. He's typing in his name. Gah. Pinball always is easier than it looks if you're somebody who does not shake the table. Being willing to go towards that tilt a little bit is what separates you from people who do nothing in the game and just lose and get mad. It's gonna be true of every pinball table there ever was. Like, NES Pinball doesn't have the shake, and it's unplayable random garbage because of it. You can't do anything about it. Man, that drop down there. Extra ball. Nice. Well, here's another bonus round you can do for a lot of points. It's a skill challenge thing. And this is extremely controllable. Oh man, he even messed up his flips. That's too bad. That's where I'm expecting them to get points. One of them is going to clear one of those bonus rounds and be damn near the goal just from those. They're big time points. There are 3 of them. I guess the other thing about pinball, even for the NES one, even for all you definitely have to aim. Smashing the flippers does nobody any good, and you probably should honestly never use both of them at the same time. That's not really helpful. It doesn't usually pay off. Aiming is the way to do it. You want to go for ramps, you want to go for buzzers, blinking lights. We turned that lady into a lizard man. Is that good? You got it spitting out. Ah, man, those gutters in this table are pretty rude, though. Shutting those players down. Doc has no patience for that. He doesn't want to try his luck with that last orb. Oh. If you asked me what the rules of this table were and what it takes to get into those bonus rounds, I'm not 100%. It just kind of happens, you know? You're just kind of smashing things and hitting the lights and it just gets lit up. You see Doc just get denied? There are ways to get extra balls, but again, I don't know them. Every table has rules. Sometimes it's very clear. These virtual ones, very rarely is it clear, honestly. It's a big mess. I don't know exactly what it takes to get the extra ball lit. I'm sure the rules are written somewhere. Because they are not confined by physical reality, they kind of mess up on the explanations. Probably need the manual to check that. You don't just randomly get extra balls in pinball. You always have to do a set number of things. You will get one for reaching a certain score usually, but you also get a bunch. Like Medieval Madness, you can get like 8, and each one of them has their own requirements. And the goal for you who's playing, you should definitely go after all of those. Doc's figured out some kind of weird technique to get back up to table 2 here. I feel like the easier way would be to go down the gutter on the right now. Ah, he wouldn't have lost his ball if he didn't hold his flipper up. Yeah, nearly every table that is any good at all has an ending of some sort, and you usually can play after it's done, but you usually get a ton of points. Less than 10 minutes of pinball left here. I don't know why you wouldn't consider it an ending when it has a cutscene and everything. I haven't heard of whatever that is. So you'd rather have credits than an actual game that you can keep playing? And I wouldn't want to quit just because I beat the table. I would want to keep playing. I mean, that's not what I would even want in pinball. The goal of the bonus round that Doc was in there is to bust the gate open. It's pretty tough because there's a constant flood of enemies in the way. Doc's best attempt was his first, actually, and I think that's the highest score we've seen. They gotta get up higher. There, Doc is up here. He needs to be really cautious about losing his ball here. And the thing about this top floor, it can only drain. It can't go down the gutter. The gutter is why this table is rough, and usually the case. That what he just did there, he dropped it. That's something that's pretty avoidable, unfortunately. He didn't hold it, and he's gonna have to get back up there to really get moving. And that's what I did on this table. I sat up there for the entire time when I got up there with whatever balls it was on, and I got all 5 million while I was up there. That's definitely the technique for this. You remove all risk when you have only the drain. I'm sure you could get the score on the other parts of the field as well, but it would be way harder. There's a reason why you start at field 2 and not 3. 3 is a reward for getting up there. And the way you normally are supposed to get up there, it's not supposed to be this weird lucky shot. It's that star jump he just did, but it's also, you can go there from the second table on the left, the regular route. That door opens up. He fell down again. Damn. We're here. Skull Zone. Ah, oh, jeez. Pinball. Doc's greatest weakness. Edward not having any luck either. He's been here even longer, actually. When you have a way on a pinball table to remove the gutters, you have a very, very easy table. The gutters are one of the things, usually when you lose in pinball, it's because it goes cruising down the sides, and it's super fast. Even if you shake the table a lot, even if you do everything you can, that's what usually is going to get you, I would say. The drain happens sometimes, but it's usually always the gutters. And for this table to be providing a solution for it, that's what you want to do. You want to go up there. And I think he sees the path up top left. Definitely on any table I've ever seen. The Black Knight 2000 is like this, where there's multiple fields. You want to use the bottom field to get up to the top, and you want to stay out of the bottom. You just don't want to be down there. It's risky, and there might be points down there, but it's not worth it at all. Not unless you have a task to complete down there, specifically down there. Jeez. Man, jeez. Holding your flippers up. Jeez. No one's gonna get it. No one's gonna get that 5 mil, or even half of it. Damn. Imagine if it was only 1 million. And Doc beat this and he'd already be done with this whole challenge. Damn. How'd he miss that one? Oh no. That sucks. $1 million dead were there. It's best he's done. Doc definitely has time to hit 5 million. You can do it in a couple of minutes. You just have to go to the right part of the field and do it. Neither of them have achieved that very often, getting up there at all. And neither of them have done it, obviously, once they've gotten up there either. And there's a number of other ways you could, but it's all stuff you have to actually achieve a goal in the pinball table to get that kind of points. They don't just give you 5 million for bouncing off of dudes and, you know, hitting buttons. You gotta achieve somewhere. Ooh, go to stage 6. Doing good damage to this boss. Plonking him on the head. Damn, didn't make it. Well, time has run out for Edward. Moving on to Castlevania 4. Fucking pinball. I love pinball, though. I can give you the names of like 5 really good pinball tables that you should look for, like Getaway, Medieval Madness. I hate to say it, but that stupid movie with the time traveling crap, pop, that 80s crap. What is it called? It's a good one too. Was it Stallone? I think it's in that, maybe. Can't remember what the movie's called. They made a table of it and it's really good. Demolition Man is what it's called, that's right. Really good pinball table, at least. Man, oh jeez, he almost beat that table. He was really close. Oh, it sucks. That bonus area, I mean, he just got a really good shot there, and then it drained him. 1 minute left for Doc on this. At least he's gonna beat his old score, right? Maybe. I actually like Monster Party as well. I think that's what it's called. It's a table where they just have the old monsters together having a jam. And Elvira has 2 tables. One of them sucks. The other one is really good. You just have to be able to put up with her stupid jokes from the 70s. Monster Bash, yeah. That's it. Gorgar sucks. Gorgar is the worst table I've ever played in my life. We make fun of Gorgar every time we see him. They had a table called Hercules out there that was using a pool ball instead of a pinball because it was so dang big. It was playing in slow motion. Doc's on his way, but can he catch up? Edward's bad shape. Wishing that was a turkey heal, not nothing, I guess. I thought the apple would heal him, but I guess I'm wrong. It's freaking... haven't played this in a little while. Oh no, Doc doesn't know how to use the gate. That's a shame. Edward's killed. This game is really long. It does some interesting things. But I kind of wish they broke it up into 2 different games, and I kind of wish it wasn't so crappy feeling. It's like a... it's definitely a tech demo of sorts. It's just like, man... I just don't like it. It just feels it still feels like an awful platformer. I like my platformers to feel strong and mobile. I don't like this clunky crap that Castlevania did so long. The circus is okay. The magician's table is alright. I can't remember what it's called either. I'm really bad at names, apparently. The golfing with gophers pinball table is also pretty good. Ah! Duck got clubbed. Medusa, I believe, is the boss of stage 2. Theater of Magic. There's also a genie table where you're fighting the djinn. Pretty good. You wouldn't believe how low the damage is on that dangling whip. Attack from Mars is a good table. If you like feeling good, getting a billion points for doing anything, it definitely throws them at you. Very generous. I do like the Black Knight 2000. I wish it wasn't as mean as it is. I wish, in general, pinball wasn't quite so mean. You really have to be willing to shake the table because they make the lanes on the losing side large. On the large side, generally speaking. And the Black Knight 2000 actually has a magnet save down the gutter to save you from losing instantly. If you have it. But even if you use it, you're still probably going to get screwed up. It sucks. I wish it wasn't so bad. Because its music is amazing. I wouldn't put it in my top 5 pinball tables though, even with the music. Getaway though is probably one of my favorites. We played a lot of getaway at Magfest. Doc is taking a lot of hits. He's got a little ways to go for that boss. I don't know if he has any lives left. I think he does. But it's hard to tell because of where his clock's at. I think he has 2, actually, left. At least the game's generous at that. Oh no! I don't know if I would call Black Knight a meme game, but it's definitely got its own style. It's got 2 fields, and they're both too tiny. The top field is where you get all the money, and it's too freaking tiny. There's only one thing to do really up there. It's cyclone shots. The bottom field's entire purpose, as far as I'm concerned, is to get back up top. I think Doc has made it to the first boss. Pretty easy one. I would definitely say Medieval Madness is my favorite of any table I've ever played. I like Whodunit a lot. Really good one. Doc is on stage 2. Play this. Wonder if Doc's taking a continued loss here. That might be a good idea. Yes, that's what he's doing. I'd like to see more sub-weapons getting used in this, I think. I haven't played a lot of those pinball tables in reality, but I've played them in virtual pinball. The ones I have played in reality were great. The ones I'd named, they were as good as I figured they'd be. The virtual pinball, honestly, is a pretty good remake for what it is of a lot of those tables. The one on Steam, Pinball Arcade. How's Ed doing? Oh, he's at Medusa. This is it. I don't figure Medusa's gonna beat anybody. It's not even the boss. Yeah. Mission complete. With that, it is sealed. Yeah, nice work. He's done it. Hello.
Hey.
Hey there.
You didn't like pinball?
Well, I mean, if I was better at pinball, there I am getting destroyed by a frog, just so we can end off something good.
Pinball's pretty rough if you aren't too familiar with what to do in those tables. It was pretty standard virtual table stuff where you're supposed to get to the top floor to get the big points.
Yeah,
I was trying that, but...
And the bonus rooms were all big points too, but they're all really long, really tough.
Yeah, and
those are boss fights, basically.
I'm kind of unfortunate how obsessed I was with the fist in Cybernator.
Yeah,
that's what caused that problem. I should just shot it with a gun. So historically, guns are pretty good at destroying things, and fists aren't.
I think your fist charges, as in Gundam charge fist, is pretty good usually, right? Like your fist does do that in that game, right?
I don't know. It didn't feel like it. I may have just not held it down though.
Well, gun works.
Uh,
I just stuck with the gun. Yeah.
That
good old Vulcan.
That put you a couple minutes behind, which might have cost you this. I don't know. Are you gonna beat Medusa in 2 minutes?
Yeah, maybe. Who knows?
She's a little ways down the road. But well, good race. Thanks for playing, Doc. And Edward, you'll be playing against Proton John. He's pretty good at games.
Good luck.
Thanks for the game. Good game.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you. I'll need it.
Hey, it might be the one mystery game that he's not good at. Who knows?
We'll find out. Or maybe I'll just get a game that I'm good at that he's also good at, but I'm better at it. We'll see.
Who knows? Anyway,
Okay.
Congratulations.
I'm gonna head out.
Thank you very much. Good game.
Playing, everybody. See ya tomorrow. I got one game and that's it. So I'll see you then, folks.
Okie dokie.